real lover is the man who can thrill you by kissing your forehead and smiling into your eyes or just starting into space. A wise girl kisses but doesn't love, listens but doesn't believe, and leaves before she is left. She was a girl who knew how to be happy even when she was sad, and that's important, you know. A little girls should be told they are pretty even if they aren't. Beneath the makeup and behind the smile, I am just a girl who wishes for the world. I don't mind living in a man's world as long as I can be a woman in it. All a girl really wants is for one guy to prove to her that they are not all the same. We are all born sexual creatures, thank God, but it's a pity so many people despise and crush this natural gift. Boys think girls are like books. If the cover doesn't catch their eye, they won't bother to read what is inside. Before marriage, a girl has to make love to a man to hold him. After marriage, she has to hold him to make love to him. To all the girls that think you are fat because you are not a C0, you are the beautiful one, it's society who is ugly. How wrong it is for a woman to expect the man to build the world she wants rather than to create it herself. Your clothes should be tight enough to show you are a woman but loose enough to show you are a lady. A girl doesn't need anyone who doesn't need her. Love and work are the only two real things in our lives. They belong together, otherwise it is off. Work is in itself a form of love. A wise girl knows her limits. A smart girl knows that she has none. Husbands are chiefly good as lovers when they are betraying their wives. The trouble with censors is that they worry if a girl has cleavage. They ought to worry if she hasn't any. Men are always ready to respect anything that bores them. A smile is the best makeup a girl could wear. A strong man doesn't have to be dominant toward a woman. He doesn't match his strength against a woman weak with love for him. He matches it against the world. There is just no comparison between having a dinner date with a man and staying home playing canasta with the girls. All men are the same. They just have different faces so that women differentiate them. To all the girls that think you are ugly because you are not a size O, you are the beautiful one. It is society who is ugly. So keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling because life is a beautiful thing and there is so much to smile about. Success makes so many people hate you. I wish it wasn't that way. It would be wonderful to enjoy success without seeing envy in the eyes of those around you. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it is better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. If you can make a woman laugh, you can make her do anything. If you are gonna be two-faced, at least make one of them pretty. It is far better to be unhappy alone than unhappy with someone so far. We should all start to live before we get too old. Fear is stupid, so are regrets. When it comes down to it, I'll let them think what they want. If they care enough to bother with what I do, then I'm already better than them. The nicer thing for me is sleep, then at least I can dream. You believe lies, so you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself. All we demanded was our right to twinkle. It is often just enough to be with someone. I don't need to touch them, not even talk. A feeling passes between you both. You are not alone. Dogs never bite me, just humans. If I'd observed all the rules, I'd have never got anywhere. Keep smiling because life is a beautiful thing and there is no so much to smile about. Sometimes things fall apart so that better things can fall together. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. I don't mind making jokes, but I don't want to look like one. You never know what life is like until you have lived it. The body is meant to be seen, not all covered up. I have feelings too. I am still human. All I want is to be loved for myself and for my talent. Just because you fail once doesn't mean you are gonna fail at everything. I live to succeed, not to please you or anyone else. I love to do the things the censors won't pass. I learned to walk as a baby and I haven't had a lesson since. A career is wonderful, but you cannot curl up with it on a cold night. Just because you fall once doesn't mean you are fall everything. Keep trying, hold on, and always trust yourself because if you don't, then who will? Dreaming about being an actress is more exciting than being one. Looking back, I guess I used to play act all the time. For one thing, I meant I could live in a more interesting world than the one around me. It is better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. When you are young and healthy, you can plan a Monday to commit suicide, and by Wednesday, you are laughing again. I could never pretend something I didn't feel. I could never make love if I didn't love, and if I loved, I could no more hide the fact than change the color of my eyes. That's the way you feel when you are beaten inside. You don't feel angry at those who have beaten you, you just feel ashamed. No one ever told me I was pretty when I was a little girl. All little girls should be told they are pretty, and even if they aren't. For those who are poor in happiness, each time is a first time. Happiness never becomes a habit. You might as well make yourself fly as to make yourself love. There is only one sort of natural blondie on earth, albinos. It is better for the whole world to know, even as sex star, than never to be known at all. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius. They will only care when you are gone. I'm not a victim of emotional conflicts, I'm human. A friend tells you what you want to hear, a best friend tells you the truth. I don't forgive people because I am weak, I forgive them because I am strong enough to know people make mistakes. All girls are beautiful in their own way. Only parts of us will ever touch only parts of others. Open your eyes and look within. Are you satisfied with the life you are living? In spite of everything, life is not without hope. Everything happens for a reason. Always remember to smile and look up at what you got in life. The chief drawback with men is that they are too talkative. There are always two sides of every story. Love is rare, love is strange, nothing lasts and people change. Most men judge your importance in their lives by how much you can hurt them, not by how happy you can make them. But as long as one is alive, one can be vital, but you don't give up until you stop breathing. We should all start to live before we get too old. The true things rarely get into circulation, it is usually the far things. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. The one thing a person wants most in life is usually something basic that money can't buy. You miss so much when you are young. It is fine to be old, so exciting, and I'm not going to retire. The luckiest thing that ever happened to me was being born a woman. It was more fun dreaming about being a movie star than actually being one. You can read about yourself, but what is important is how you feel about yourself. They feel that fame gives them some kind of privilege to walk up to you and say anything you know of any kind of nature, and it won't hurt your feelings like it is happening to your clothing. Hollywood is a place where they will pay you $1,000 for a kiss and 50 cents for your soul. I know because I turned down the first offer then enough and held out for the 50 cents. I don't mind being burdened with being glamorous and sexual. Being beauty and femininity are ageless and cannot be contrived in glamour. Although the manufacturers won't like this, cannot be manufactured. Not real glamour, it is based on femininity. Some people have been unkind. If I say I want to grow as an actress, they look at my figure. If I say I want to develop to learn my craft, they laugh. Somehow they don't expect me to be serious about my work. Always believe in yourself, because if you don't, then who will, sweetie? So keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling, because life is a beautiful thing and there is so much love to smile about. Trying to build myself up with the fact that I have done things right that were even good and have bad moments that were excellent, but the bad is heavier to carry around and feel have no confidence. People had a habit of looking at me as if I were some kind of mirror instead of a person. They didn't see me, they saw their own lewd thoughts. Then they white masked themselves by calling me the lewd one. Friendship is the bestest thing that comes to life. Friends will always be there for you. Don't worry about the fakes, worry about the people who had your back from the start and never treated you wrong. Always remember they are your real friends. Don't never take them as granted because one day you're going to lose a good friend by the way your actions are. When you see a good friend, stick to that person. I believe things happen for a reason. People change so that you can learn to let go. Things go wrong so that you can appreciate them when they are right. You believe lies so you eventually start to trust no one but yourself. And sometimes good things fall apart so that better things can fall together. You just do it. You force yourself to get up. You force yourself to put one step before the other, and god damn it, you refuse to let it get to you. You fight, you cry, you curse, then you go about your business of living. That is how I have done it. There is no other way. The life is what you make it. No matter what you are going to mess up sometimes, it's a universal truth. But the good part is you get to decide how you are going to mess it up. Girls will be your friends, they'll act like it anyway, but just remember, some come, some go. The ones that stay with you through everything, they are your true best friends. Don't let go of them.